What's up, Mystics? Welcome back to my channel. I'm B, and this is going to be another reading with Mystic by Nature. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting the channel. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. This is going to be a Aries reading, okay, for July 16th through the 31st, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, all right? Make sure you check out the other videos for the other placements in your chart. So your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, all that stuff, so that you can get a more detailed view of what you can expect these next couple weeks of July. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Side notes, I have been noticing that when I channel for you all for these YouTube videos, my nose gets itchy randomly. I never scratch my nose any other time, but anytime I'm reading or channeling for y'all, my nose starts itching, my eyebrow starts itching. It's just a lot of itchiness on my face. So if you see me scratching, don't judge, okay? Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, July 16th through the 31st? Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, July 16th through the 31st? Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, July 16th through the 31st? Okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. Aries, we have kindness, okay? Kindness takes you a long way in life. Being kind to other people, being kind to yourself, and just putting, positive energy out into the air, Aries, y'all can be so rough sometimes, especially like to even the people that y'all care about the most. Y'all can be kind of tough to people, A lot of tough love is shown from Aries, but kindness gets you a long way. Being kind to people, even people who aren't kind to you, gets you a long way. Then we also have feeling safe, okay? Feeling safe enough to be kind, feeling safe enough to, show that part of yourself. Some of you all are definitely going to be, just becoming more vulnerable in your relationships or in your situations. There might have been a point where you had a guard up. I feel like you all now might be putting that guard down, feeling more comfortable to be kind to people, to, show a different side of yourself, to be vulnerable because you don't have that guard up as much, okay? I also feel like there's this need for you to know, Aries, that you don't have to be even if this is not about a particular relationship, just in general, you don't have to be tough and hard all the time. You don't have to be, dealing with everything on your own all the time. It is okay for you to show vulnerability. It is okay for you to show that that you can be something other than like aggressive and assertive and always have to be in control all of the time. It's okay for you to allow other people to step up to the plate and show their leadership skills. It's okay for you to do that. And a huge part of you, being able to do that is you feeling comfortable and feeling safe within yourself, feeling secure. Okay. So that is something that's definitely coming through as well. What else am I picking up on? I heard they need to go back to the basics. They need to go back to the basics. I'm feeling like some of you all have lost just, I'm just really picking up on like there's this like guard up with y'all. Like, I don't know if it's with certain people. I mean, for some of you all, it's definitely with certain people. For others of you, there's just this guard or this like fear that like you always have to be on guard, or like you always have to like, be prepared, for the worst, almost like sometimes y'all are expecting the worst. And I feel like Spirit is trying to encourage you all to just go back to the basics of just living your life simply and not always worrying about having your guard up. Just being in a place where, you're not afraid to, go out and do something that you enjoy, or you're not afraid to, be polite to a person because, you ain't worried about them giving you shit back. You know what I mean? It's just like, just going back to the basics of just being cool, calm, and collected, and like not letting everything make you feel like you gotta be overprotective or you gotta be, just over the top. Sometimes you can just cool out is what I'm really feeling like, Aries. Let's see how this is showing up in the cards. Let's see. Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, July 16th through 31st? Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, July 16th through the 31st? Spirit, what messages do you have for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, July 16th through the 31st? Okay. What's going on with Aries? What's going on with Aries? What's going on with Aries? Give me one more. What's going on with Aries? Okay. As I was saying, Aries, you don't have to be in control all of the time. Four of Pentacles reversed. You don't have to be in control all the time. It's okay to let somebody step up to the plate. It's okay to allow people to, you know, have their moment. It's okay to not be selfish. It's okay to not be self-preserving all of the time. It's okay to not, you know, always be focused on yourself. Sometimes you do have to be focused on other people. Sometimes you do have to think about other people and what might make them feel good or what might be better for them. So Aries, I feel like this is a moment where you have to kind of like step outside of that, like always, you know, trying to be in control thing and just kind of allow things to just kind of unfold sometimes. Okay. I am picking up on a lot of like disconnect and confusion. I'm feeling like some of you are definitely into it with your lovers, your friends. There's a lot of stuff going on. Your family. I feel like y'all are arguing a lot. And a huge part of that, Aries, is because I feel like you don't feel safe or comfortable. I'm feeling like you're having some trust issues. I feel like there could be a situation where you don't trust your partner, okay? Or you don't, you know, feel like you can be intimate with them. You don't feel like you can be vulnerable with them. And so because of that, there's this sense of like, you have to have your guard up, okay? You have to have your guard up. You have to like always be, you know, ready to go because you just don't feel comfortable around them. I also feel like there's this sense of, again, like I was saying with your friends, you don't feel comfortable around your friends, or as soon as somebody says something, you know, you defensive, you ready to go. Like it just feels like, Aries, you are ready. There's this energy of just, Aries, you always have to have your guard up. You always are on defense. You always are ready to attack. You always feel like there's this need to prove a point. You know what I mean? Is really what it feels like. And so Spirit is really encouraging you, Aries, to take a different route. You don't have to be in control all the time. You don't have to know everything all of the time. You don't have to just have this energy about you is really what I'm picking up on. I know that you've experienced hurt and pain, Aries. I know that you've experienced loss. I know that you've experienced, you know, literal loss, like losing people, losing opportunities, losing, you know, different things, you know, losing, you know, love or compassion in a relationship, losing understanding between you and someone. There's definitely loss that you have experienced, but Aries, you putting a guard up and being in a space where you're always ready to fight or defend yourself, as opposed to learning from the situation, is not going to move you forward in the way that you think it will. If you really want to move forward, Aries, this is the time to be kind. This is the time to show vulnerability. This is the time to allow yourself to feel safe and secure enough within yourself that no matter what situations have happened to you, you are in a place where you're secure enough within yourself where you can look at those situations and say, yeah, maybe this was effed up or maybe that was messed up, but you know what I've learned from that situation is this, okay? So be open to seeing things from a different perspective. New understanding, Aries, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. New understanding is always a thing. There's always an opportunity to learn something different or to see things from a different view. And you have to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to open yourself up to that. The Two of Wands in reverse is your energy, Aries. This is all about learning new things, being innovative, thinking about doing things in a different way. And that is where you have to be in your life, Aries. You cannot continue to navigate spaces doing things the same way that you've always done things. You cannot continue to navigate spaces being the same person that you've always been, because you're going to continue to get the same result. If you're not healing and growing the way that you're supposed to, know that you're not going to see the change in your relationships, in your life, in your opportunities. You're not going to manifest the life that you want if you're not willing to grow and do the work that needs to be done. So Aries, this is a clear sign and a clear warning to you that you must open up yourself. You must not be so standoffish. You must not be so guarded. You must not be so need reassurance or validation or need to be in control. You need to show people a different side of you. You need to do different. You need to think different. You need to be different. Because that is the only way that you will get, you know, the happiness, the peace, the joy, and the satisfaction that you deserve. Okay. All right. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I got a text message. All right. Spirit, what is the advice? What is the advice? What is the advice for Aries? What is the advice for Aries? Whoop. Okay. All right, Aries. You have to put down that load. Holding on to all the loss you've experienced, holding on to all the pain and the trauma and the things that you've gone through in your relationship and your work life and your career and your personal life and your childhood. Holding on to those things, Aries, is going to keep you unstable. It's going to keep you unhappy. It's going to keep you unable to move forward. You have to be willing to let everything fall apart so that you can rebuild. The Tower in reverse, okay? You have to be willing to let everything just die so that you can revive it into something more beautiful and more powerful. And you have to be consistent with it. The Knight of Pentacles, okay? You have to be consistent. You have to be dedicated to it. And you have to understand that it's going to take time. It is going to take time for you to be more vulnerable. It is going to take time for you to heal from betrayal. It is going to take time for you to mend a broken relationship. It is going to take time for you to feel comfortable and confident in yourself. It's going to take time, but it's about putting in that constant effort, because the way that you're going right now, Aries, is not working. Okay, you're unable to collaborate with people, collaborate with the universe. You are unable to get the start and the push that you need to move forward because you're too stuck in the past. So Aries, the advice is that you have to let it go. You have to let it go. Whatever it is, the relationship that didn't work, the opportunities that you didn't get, there is no such thing as an opportunity missed. Everything happens as it's supposed to. Everything unfolds the way that it's supposed to. Everything is happening for our greatest good always, even in the midst of pain and trauma and tears and being confused and being lost and being depressed. There is something that is unfolding for your greatest good in the midst of all of that. I promise you, Aries, I promise you, there is always something unfolding for your greater good. And you have to be willing to do the work on yourself so that you can be able to see it that way and understand that. Okay. I hope that made sense and it resonated with y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in and supporting the channel. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. If you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, all of the information will be down in the description box, as well as how to follow me over on Instagram. Make sure you check out the other videos for your other signs, the other placements in your chart, your sun, your moon, your rising. And thank y'all for being here and supporting the channel. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, I'm out.